Makes the stop. And this was a problem for Green Bay in their loss to Carolina. They were 1 for 5 scoring touchdowns inside the red zone. Here they are with a 2nd down and 3, trailing by 10.
Yeah, it's big possession right here. This impacts a lot, whether or not they're able to get a touchdown or if they have to try to settle for 3.
Jacobs bends it back and fights his way for the touchdown.
Wow. It's just great, tough running by Josh Jacobs.
And he's in.
He is in. I mean, he earned every yard he got on that drive. Well, they needed it, too.
What an answer by Green Bay after that Philadelphia touchdown. And the extra point by McManus to make it a 3-point game. Brandon, his 3rd game back, has been bothered by a strained quad on his kicking leg. Good snap, good hold, good kick, 3-point game. With 5:49 to go. Jacobs, a Pro Bowler last year, his first year with Green Bay, gets his 11th rushing touchdown of the year. 10-7 at Lambeau. Never too early to look at the playoff picture. We do in the NFC. It's the end of Week 10. And these right now would be the 2 and 3 seeds in the NFC. Everybody looking up at Seattle. We could talk about what's going on in Seattle for quite a bit with Sam Darnold, the way he's slinging it around. It's been impressive, and here is a return by Gibson. Cannot get to the 30. Time now for our game recap. It's brought to you by Voya. Saquon Barkley, 41 yards after that spin. And then the 36-yarder to Devontae Smith. First touchdown of the game. The pass interference call against Jihad Campbell on the attempted throw to Musgrave, and then Jacobs plows it in. Great answer by the Packers, and it's a 3-point game. Lane Johnson is back for Philadelphia. Back in at right tackle. And Fred Johnson, their jumbo package is out there. An extra offensive lineman. And shooting up from the secondary, Evan Williams. And a loss of 2 on the handoff to Barkley.
Yeah, didn't fool Evan Williams. I mean, he's anticipating run. You're going to see he's got depth at the snap, and here he comes. His open lane, he goes and takes it and makes a good tackle. You don't see that a lot on Saquon Barkley. A lot of times he'll make that first guy miss. The great ones usually do, but that is tough to do, what Evan Williams just did against Barkley.
Yeah, they found a good player in Evan Williams, 4th-round pick from Oregon last year. That's his 2nd tackle for a loss in the game. Hurts keeps Goddard, didn't have his head around, and Keyshawn Nixon was there for good measure. 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if Keyshawn Nixon got a hand on the ball or not, but that's a great play on his part. Hey, just another look at it here. Yeah, just got out a little bit quick, and as you mentioned, Goddard just wasn't quite ready. A big 3rd down here. Got momentum right now. Crowd back into this ball game. Well, what's Kevin Patullo going to dial up to give him a chance?
Parsons rushing up the middle. He's picked up. Sideline shot, Devontae Smith. Big 1st down. Working against Keyshawn Nixon, 16 yards on 3rd and 12.
Well, you see Devontae Smith, he's able to get Nixon turned. Nixon's one to jump on it, but the threat of him going by him is what created the separation. Nixon was anticipating that Smith was going to come out of the route, but he sold it just enough as though he might go vertical. All the difference in the world, just great execution. That's a big-time throw and a big-time catch.
16 yards on 3rd and 12. Mark that one down. Here's Barkley. Evan Williams in to make the tackle, a gain of 3 with under 5 to go.
Well, Philadelphia has been really good tonight overall on 3rd down, and none bigger than that last one. Able to take more time off this clock.
All 3 timeouts left on each side. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Matt LaFleur wondering if his offense is going to get another opportunity with a chance.
Barkley cuts back, tripped up, short of 1st down yardage. He got 5. Under 4 to go, 3rd down.
Couldn't tell if there was a trip. Yeah, there sure was.
Yeah, that's Parsons.
Yeah, they didn't catch it. Great vision by Barkley getting in the hole.
Yeah, I agree, guys. He intentionally sticks his leg out, makes contact with the runner. That's a trip. Should have been called. Unfortunate miss.
And now with the play clock down at 5, the Eagles on 3rd and 2 will use a timeout.
There you see Nick Sirianni. The 3 or 4 guys were walking over to the sideline. He wants them back on the field. He didn't even want to talk to any of them.
Well, it's 3rd down and 2. We know what the Eagles do on short yardage plays. And we will see if the tush push is called. They've converted on 76% of tush pushes this year. That's the lowest success rate they've had over the last 4 years. They've gotten one tonight. And we saw when it happened that one of the Eagles offensive linemen, Dickerson, left early.
Well, big question is if they don't get it, what does Nick Sirianni do on 4th down?
2 backs in there. They hand it to the up back. That's Barkley, and he's got it the old-fashioned way. And a gain of 5. And the clock continues to run. And you saw Matt LaFleur look up at the scoreboard thinking about when he's going to start using his timeouts.
Tell you, pretty remarkable. Lane Johnson coming back into this lineup, and you can only imagine the pain that he's in. Just fighting his way through it, trying to do what he can to help this team close it out.
Got his left ankle rolled up on in the first half. Had to go in, and back out he comes. And he's joined on that offensive line by Fred Johnson. Extra man out there for Philly. Here's Barkley. Diving forward, and that'll be the first timeout taken by Green Bay. They've got 2 remaining. 2:33 left. 2nd down for the Eagles, leading by 3 when we come back. Salute to Service is the year-round effort by the NFL to honor, empower, and connect with our nation's service members, veterans, and their families. At this time each year, the NFL reinforces our support and gratitude to those who have served and to those who continue to serve. Visit NFL.com/salute to learn more. A nice moment at the end of the first half. Micah Parsons thanking military members on his way off the field. 2nd and 8. That's Micah. Hurts keeps. Chased by Parsons. And Hurts has to throw it away.
That's a good play by Micah Parsons. If he's not able to keep Hurts from getting outside the pocket, he's got a little room to run, or he certainly puts a threat on the defense. But there's not many people on this field that can outrun Micah Parsons. The speed that he has, you know, Hurts has the angle. He would outrun most people, but not Micah. That's an excellent job. So they were going to try to pick something up. High percentage pass, keep the clock running, but you know, Hurts wasn't able to because of the pursuit of Micah Parsons. As good as this defense has been, it doesn't matter. This is the only thing that matters now is them giving their offense an opportunity.
Play clock at 1. Extra men on the rush. That ball may have been tipped, and it's incomplete. Smith the target, Valentine in coverage, and it's 4th and 8. And another back-to-back plays that stops the clock with incomplete passes, as this ball just came out funny. Kind of wobbling out to the sideline.
I think, Valentine was playing it so aggressively. I don't think that, Hurts wanted to take any chances with it.
4th and 8. They leave their offense out there, maybe to draw Green Bay offside.
I cannot imagine they're going to go for it.
Analytics says this is a clear punt situation. And now timeout.
Offense number 1. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Well, they didn't even get a chance to draw Green Bay or try to draw Green Bay offsides, as they will take the delay of game penalty. And the punt team comes on for Nick Sirianni.
Well, Jeff Hafley and this defense, they did their part, and they needed to come up with a stop. They did it, and they're going to give the ball back now to this offense with plenty of time for Jordan Love to see what he can do.
With those incompletions, still 2 timeouts remain for Matt LaFleur. With his Packers down by 3, Keyshawn Nixon waiting for the punt from Braden Mann. He's hit a couple of good ones, a couple of bad ones tonight. End over end, and a fair catch by Nixon at the 10. Well, here you go. If you're Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers, you've got a chance. The ball's sitting at their own 10, and they've got to get into field goal range here down by 3.
Well, just like I said about the defense, it doesn't matter how good you've been when the game's on the line. If you're going to be a great defense, you got to make the play. And now it doesn't matter how tough it's been and how inept overall this offense has been. Now this is all that matters. I mean, Jordan Love has a chance to erase all of that by putting together a drive. The first thing he's got in mind is trying to get into field goal range, but they're certainly hoping for a lot more than that.
Four-man rush incomplete to start this drive with Wicks the target. Green Bay came into this game off a loss to the Carolina Panthers here at home. Packers don't lose many back-to-back home games, just twice since 2018. And they trail by 3 here with 2:15 to go, 2 timeouts.
It just gets something going. They've still got the 2-minute warning, but get something going and get a little momentum and rhythm to where you can get back on the line of scrimmage. But that first down.
Here's a pass incomplete for Melton. And with pressure on Jordan Love coming around the edge, Nolan Smith. And that brings up 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, because they had a chance. And Nolan Smith, he's going to come underneath. They run a stunt, and he comes all the way from the outside. Nobody really able to pick him up. And you see how Love double clutches it, but not able to make a good throw because there was nobody there on Melton.
Again, Bo Melton, former receiver, turned to cornerback, now back to receiver because of injuries. 3rd down and 10. They fake the handoff. Love floats it. He's got Watson. And there is that first down. And there is the 2-minute warning.
Interesting play action. Now nobody's anticipating they're going to run the football there.
25-yard pickup. Out to the 35. 2 minutes left. 2 timeouts for the Packers. Down 3.
After the game on ESPN, one of the stars of the game will join me out here in the cold on the field. We'll take you inside the winning locker room. We'll hear from the quarterbacks and the coaches as well. This week started, fellas, with a 10-7 game. Here we are, 10-7 again. We'll see if it ends up that way. Joe, Troy, back to you.
Yeah, it's been a defensive struggle. A couple of touchdowns in this 4th quarter, and 2 minutes remain. And 2 timeouts for Green Bay. Extra men on the rush. Oh, that was a perfect play as Jacobs, they were setting it up for him. Everybody coming after Love, and they couldn't complete it.
Well, I'm not sure what Josh Jacobs was doing. He didn't turn the right way. You're going to see as he comes through the line and what he does. And normally when you leak to the left, as he starts to move, you would just go to the flat. I'm not sure exactly what he was thinking. He's done this so many times, but if he just runs to the flat and looks, I mean, that was a chance for a huge play.
I mean, there was nobody out in front of him, and Zach Bond right behind him. 2nd down and 10. Vick is bringing pressure. Passes through the hands of Wicks. Remember, this Green Bay offense does not have Tucker Kraft, Matthew Golden, and right now Romeo Dobbs, who was questionable to return with a chest injury. So they are thin on the outside trying to get it downfield.
They had an opportunity as well. You got Wicks who's coming across. They hit this earlier, and then Christian Watson is coming underneath that. Got a chance really for both those guys. You know, could have been a little bit of an easier throw to make a catch. It's still one that he had a chance to make a play on.
3rd down and 10. Underneath, Musgrave is going to be a yard short of the 1st down. As Adoree Jackson makes the tackle, and the game right now comes down to a 4th down and 1. It's Jacobs, flag flies. Jacobs is brought down, and the ball was out. Jalen Phillips made the tackle, and we'll see who the flag is against. If it's against Green Bay, it's Philly's ball.
Illegal formation. Green Bay as number 13 covered up number 88. The ruling on the field was a fumble recovered by Philadelphia. It's 1st down.
Eagles ball. And Jalen Phillips, the addition from Miami, has been in the middle of it all night for Philadelphia.
Pretty amazing how quickly the Eagles, the get off at the snap of the ball was impressive. They just beat them off the line of scrimmage. They had no chance.
Phillips made the tackle. Blankenship may have knocked it out. Eagles ball up 3. Time for our Monsters play of the game, and it's that 4th down and 1. Jalen Phillips made the play. Blankenship hit him. Hit Josh Jacobs, knocked it out. And Blankenship ended up with the football on the recovery. LaFleur called the run. It didn't work. ESPN's Fun Day Football is back this year, featuring Monsters Inc., a real-time animated Monday Night Football game between the Eagles and Chargers, December 8th on ESPN2 and other platforms. So that was the game right there, at least for the moment. Green Bay does have 2 timeouts remaining with the ball sitting at the Green Bay 39.
Yeah, so if they make the stop, the Packers could get the ball back. I mean, it would force Sirianni to make a decision as to what he wants to do on 4th down, but you got to make the stop first.
A good start. Timeout Green Bay as Barkley is tackled by Colby Wooden. With 1:21 to go, a 2-yard pickup. As we look at the night for Jalen Hurts. 3rd down and 10, able to extend the play, use his legs, and find Shipley. This was early. He scrambled with Micah Parsons coming off the edge. Turned that into a positive play. And their stars showed up for back-to-back big plays. The catch and run by Barkley, and then the 36-yarder to Devontae Smith.
Yeah, it was a defensive battle throughout this game, and just a couple of plays that separated. I go back to that 4th down, have no issue with Josh Jacobs getting the football. They just got beat at the line of scrimmage. They had no opportunity at all to pick that up.
Here is Barkley, cuts upfield. He got a yard. That's it. Timeout, Green Bay. They're out of timeouts.
Not to mention it didn't matter because they didn't line up properly anyway. So, can they make one more stop here on third down, see what Sirianni then elects to do? But there is still hope for the Green Bay Packers.
Jalen Phillips has been involved, to say the least. Right in there for the Eagles' new team, and Brandon Graham, BG or the OG, they bring him back. Game number 207 as a Philadelphia Eagle, unretired. And he was out on the field trying to get back into game shape.
He was. I thought he was pretty good on television for those weeks that he was doing that. And, I think he's just one of those guys. He obviously has been with the organization so long, has done so much. He's had such a decorated career. But a guy who's so highly regarded and respected within the locker room, it's good to see him back and make a few plays.
3rd down and 7. No timeouts left for the Packers. Barkley got a yard. That's it. And now the clock will wind, and we're now into 4th down and long. 4th and 6. And we'll see what Nick Sirianni wants to do.
He'll let this thing run down first. And then we'll find out.
They have their offense out there. Do you punt? Can't kick the field goal. You go for it. They've got plenty of time to make that decision. They've got 2 timeouts if they want to use one. Play clock at 9. And the timeout.
Timeout.
Philadelphia coming off their bye. They have a home game on Sunday night against the Lions coming up. Then they're at the Cowboys, at home against Chicago, at the Chargers on Monday Night Football, and a home game against the Raiders. They had their bye week last week, and they had a good rest, and they watched Dallas lose, the Giants lose, the Commanders lose, Detroit lost, these Green Bay Packers lost. And you look at the NFC East with the injuries that have hit Washington, what's going on in Dallas. The Giants fired their head coach, Brian Daboll, today. The division is there for the taking, and the offense stays out there on 4th and 6.
Well, if he's just going to, I don't know what he's going to do. This is surprising to me, but can't believe they're going for it here on 4th down.
And they are. Hurts airs it out. A.J. Brown. It is broken up. And the play made by Valentine. And now, because they went for it, there's 27 seconds left, but there's life for Green Bay. They've got good field position, and they don't need much to get McManus into field goal range.
No, I don't know. I don't know what the thinking was here. You stopped the clock. Could have ran it down, and wow.
Brandon McManus is tied for the longest field goal by a Packer in Lambeau Field history. He hit from 56 last September. That means getting the ball to the 38. His career long is 61, the former Denver Bronco.
Well, 25 yards, they've got a chance.
No timeouts. Pressure on Love, who airs it out for Watson. Incomplete, broken up, and well covered. It's the rookie safety Makuba back there with Cooper DeJean.
Oh, man, this is one Jordan Love wants back. He's got Christian Watson, and he's just got to throw it all the way to the other side of the field. Instead, he leaks him up the field, but if he throws it more towards the boundary, then Christian Watson, with his speed, is able to run and go get it. He can go adjust, but let him up the field. I mean, that was a golden opportunity that puts him right there in field goal range immediately.
Now 20 seconds remain, no timeouts. Love fires. He's got his man. Catch made by Bo Melton. Game clock under 10.
Here we go, son.
And the clock is stopped with 5 seconds.
Well, they get to at least attempt it. What is it, 65, 64 yards?
Well, you can hear the wind hitting the microphones down on the field. They're going to place the ball after the catch by Melton at the 46. So this is 64 yards. It would be the longest field goal ever made at Lambeau on a cold, windy night. And it's McManus who has been dealing with a strained quad, and a timeout is taken by Philadelphia to add a little bit more pressure.
That's pretty amazing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what was going through Nick Sirianni's mind.
Well, they snapped it. McManus just had a free kick, and it was short.
Timeout. Philadelphia, 30 seconds.
So McManus gets a chance just to air it out, but it was well after the timeout. I think that's what Nick Sirianni's saying. Like, why did they get a chance to snap it?
Yeah, and Joe, to your point, it's not a foul. The referee usually, after he stops the play, will go in to prevent that type of kick from happening. But he took advantage of the opportunity. It's legal.
And it was just short. It's a 64-yard try to tie the ball game.
Well, now you bring Jordan Love back on the field.
Well, they know now that that's too long.
Yeah, what?
Can you get a play to the sideline and take a little bit off the field goal try? Or are we just in Hail Mary time?
Well, they're soft on the outside. I mean, you can, right here, that's the short side of the field. You can take something quick.
And it's thrown out of bounds. 2 seconds remain. And what does Matt LaFleur want to do? He brings Love back to the sideline. The field goal unit will come on, and Brandon McManus, who's been dealing with that strained right quad, we talked to him. He said that this is the first week the quad has felt semi-healthy. And again, this would be the longest field goal made in Lambeau Field history. Three misses over the last 2 games for McManus. Here we go. Snap was low and the kick no chance. And this game belongs to Philadelphia as they win it 10-7. And Nick Sirianni able to breathe a sigh of relief as the 2 head coaches come together at midfield. They went for it on 4th down. The Eagles did, and they lived to tell with a 3-point win.
Yeah, I'm not sure either coach feels real good about this. Sirianni will be answering a lot of questions about that decision on 4th down, but he escapes Lambeau Field with a win. And the Green Bay Packers, now losers back-to-back games, and a defense with really a great effort and no win to show for it.
Any chance might have gone out the window with that snap that was to the right of the holder Whelan. Saquon Barkley is able to celebrate. McManus had no chance. He was just short on that earlier try, and this one way wide left. (10-7) is the final as the Eagles go to 7-2, and the Packers fall to 5-3-1. Green Bay Packers losing back-to-back games. And they have a game at the Giants up next. Then a home game against the Vikings and at Detroit on Thanksgiving. Next week we'll be in Las Vegas for the Cowboys and the Raiders. A final here tonight of 10-7. This has been a presentation of the NFL on ESPN and ABC. Monday night postgame presented by Nationwide is coming up next on ESPN as we send it down to Scott Van Pelt. Scott.
Joe, thank you very much. As you mentioned, the nationwide postgame is on the way. Inside the winning locker room, we'll hear from the respective coaches. It appears Devontae Smith will join us out here on the set. So all of the postgame with which you are familiar. If you are watching on ABC, your late local news is next over on ESPN. We will see you there with all of that in just 90 seconds.
ESPN thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League.